Buying things on sale seems like a no-brainer. You get an item you want, and you get it for a price that you're happy with. Win-win, right? Well, not exactly, because more often than not, sales convince us to buy items we don't necessarily want that much, and very much don't need. Sales promotions can even motivate people to buy beyond the products that are actually on sale. Think of how often you add another item to your online shopping cart to reach a minimum for free shipping, even when the shipping costs are less than the additional item. In fact, consumers are 4 to 5 times more likely to make purchases when offered free shipping. Businesses know this, and they use this to their advantage. Using the data they collect on customers and some simple math, they figure out how much money you should spend before being eligible for free shipping, so they can maximize profits. So why are we so willing to part with our money when we see a sale? Because discounts create happiness. A study conducted by Claremont Graduate University found that anytime customers are offered the opportunity to save more money than the perceived worth of a product, they experience a boost in oxytocin levels. And when a product makes you feel happy, you're more likely to bring it home with you, even if you didn't even know it existed before seeing it in a store. Studies also have shown that offering a discount discourages customers from trying to find the same product somewhere else. So let's say you know you'll need a new pair of gloves for the winter, and you stumble across some at a sale for a discounted price. Even if you don't know if they are the best deal, or you don't like the color, you're more likely to purchase them right away instead of continuing to shop around, or waiting until later in the season. Why? Because discounts create a sense of urgency. Capitalism loves scarcity, both real and fabricated, and discounts play into that. Plus, psychology today says that anticipatory regret, or the regret of missing out on a deal that would have benefited you, drives urgency in shopping sales. The pull of the sales call is so strong it can even result in us purchasing items we don't really like that much. We tell ourselves the discount justifies the fact that we don't even like the design, or that we'll tuck it away to give to someone else, or resell it later on. Are we really so weak-minded as humans that we fall for the same simple sales tricks over and over again? Well, kind of, but it's a lot deeper than you might realize. Consumers often think that shopping sales is one of the best ways to save money. And it's no mistake that we think this way. Retail is designed that way. Neuromarketing researchers have been studying the phenomenon of sales and discounts for decades, and their work provides insight into the subconscious decision-making processes consumers use when they're deciding what to buy. They've come up with 8 strategies used by brands that are built on psychology principles to drive sales. Let's take a look. First, the Rule of 100 explains that consumers tend to determine if deals are worth a buy based on their relationship to 100. A percentage discount is more appealing to consumers for items under $100. For example, a discount of 10% off a $50 item is more likely to result in a sale than $5 off the same item, even though they are identical discounts. On the other hand, a $1 off discount works better on items priced above $100. For a $1,000 item, consumers are more likely to buy when they receive a $200 off discount versus a 20% discount. Think about this for a second. Do you think this applies to you? Does $200 off a $1,000 TV sound more appealing to you than saying 20% off? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see if this research is actually true. The second psychological strategy that retailers use to get us to buy is not discounting anything. Like ever. Notice how luxury retailers never offer sales on their signature items? Good luck finding a Louis Vuitton tote on sale or a Tiffany diamond ring listed in the Black Friday shopping guide. That's because sales can hurt the perceived value of the product. It's hard to convince consumers that a purse is worth $3,000 if you can get it for $1,500 twice a year. Conversely, this principle explains why we're willing to believe that a non-luxury item, like a basic pair of jeans, could be valued at over $100 when we find them on sale for $75. Next up in the retailer's bag of tricks is playing on that sense of scarcity and urgency I mentioned earlier. It's FOMO for shopping. Retailers use tricks like flash sales to convince shoppers to buy right away, and present the deal as so good it can only be offered for a short period of time. Low stock or limited inventory sales function similarly by making consumers believe there is a shortage of a particular item. They're afraid of it running out before they can do any comparison shopping or think about it for too long, so they make the purchase. The last thing retailers want is for customers to think about what they buy.
You made my girlfriend think!
A combination of the two, like a flash sale of closeout items, is the pinnacle of using FOMO to drive purchasing. The fourth way we are tricked into buying things on sale is through font sizing. Yes, even something as simple as the size of a font is shown to have a psychological effect on us. According to research, Font size has the power to make a deal feel bigger or smaller in the eyes of a consumer. Researchers say a sales price printed in a small font makes the consumer feel as though they're paying less for the item. Discounts printed in large font make the deal seem even bigger. It's the reason you usually have to hunt for the actual sales price on the tiny tag, while the discount is usually displayed in large text all over the store. Next, let's talk math. Here's the bottom line. People don't like to do it. Psychological research shows that whether consumers can quickly and easily calculate their final price plays a big role in if they are motivated to buy. Studies have shown that people don't like sales where they have to perform complex calculations, that discounts that are easy to calculate are perceived as bigger, and the simpler you make the discount offer, the bigger return you'll see. Let's say a $20 item is reduced to $15. People can quickly see that they will save $5. But if an item is priced at $54.99 and is on sale for $41.24, people won't see their savings as easily, even though both items are 25% off, and the customer will be less likely to buy the product that makes them do math. The sixth way retailers use psychological tricks to get us to spend on sales is through choosing specific digits in their pricing. Research shows that consumers are more likely to buy items with a price tag ending in 0.99 than they are when it ends in 0.00. Our brains perceive prices as lower when they come in slightly below that whole dollar amount. That's why you'll almost exclusively see sales items priced to end in the 90 to 99 cent range. Next, let's talk about monthly payments. I'm sure if you take a look at how many monthly subscriptions you pay for, even just for streaming video content, you'll see how easy it is to fall prey to the monthly price trick. The good news for you is that the Financial Vault videos can still be watched for free, so you might as well subscribe for more useful videos just like this. Even though many monthly subscription products offer a steep discount for buying an entire year up front, people are still drawn to monthly payments. And those who pay monthly are more likely to renew their subscriptions than those who pay up front. Why? Because they continue to attach value to the investment. Watching $10 a month worth of ad-free sumo wrestling seems more plausible than watching $120 worth in a year. Next, we have the freebies. Dr. Elaine Sampson, founder of behavioral economics, says that shoppers don't think in rational and linear terms when presented with percentages and prices. For example, they view 50% more of something as better than saving 33%, even though the deal works out the same mathematically. So when you get 50% more pencils for the same price, people react differently than if the price of each pencil drops by 33%, even though it works out to the same price per pencil. Dr. Sampson also believes there is an emotional reaction to the number 0 that other discounts just can't achieve. That's why so many brands offer free extras with your purchase, or run buy one, get one free sales. Okay, so we buy some stuff we don't need, we get tricked into believing that discounts are bigger than they are, and we end up with some ugly sweaters or 5 extra phone chargers as a result. Being a bargain hunter can't have that much of an overall effect on our finances though, right? Wrong. Because you're wasting more than just money when you dive too far into frugality. Finding discounts is addictive, because it gives us a dopamine hit each time. The bigger the savings, the bigger the belief we've accomplished something great. And all that searching for deals, the comparison shopping, the hours spent digging through boxes of coupons has another effect. It shifts our attention away from making money and focuses it exclusively on saving money. It doesn't really matter how much money you save on TVs and jeans, because no matter the discount you snag, you're not doing anything to increase your income. Same paycheck, same life. You're not going to coupon your way to financial freedom. A far better approach to building wealth is to streamline and automate your consumption habits as much as possible. Buy new clothes twice a year from 1 or 2 of your favorite stores. Then you'll have a much clearer, consistent picture of your spending habits and will eliminate all the hassles of shopping sales. No driving around wasting gas and time to check if the other location has it for cheaper. No more clipping coupons, or if you're a bit more tech savvy, finding coupons and discount codes on apps like Honey. You'll free up time and space for yourself to focus on building income streams. And by keeping your spending relatively predictable, you'll be able to see how much increasing your income will impact your life. I have only one small caveat. There is one situation in which you should shop sales. That is when you are purchasing a big ticket necessity that has a predictable sales cycle. Things like appliances, furniture, and expensive technology items retain their value year-round and can typically be purchased for a steep discount during certain seasons. So if your fridge is on its last leg, it may be worth it to keep an eye on sales. Now, watch this video showing up on your screen. The YouTube algorithm thinks you're going to love this video, so what are you waiting for?